Hey guys, it is currently 2:14 p.m. and I will be 100% honest and say that the only thing that I have accomplished today that is even worth noting is that I washed my hair. That's it. I was working on The Spectator earlier this morning. Yeah, this morning. And I didn't put down the word count yet. I haven't added it into my app, so I have no idea how many words I wrote in that, but I know it probably wasn't much. Today I'm going to start editing Cut to the Kill, which is completely formatted and is on my iPad waiting to be read on Kindle. And that should be the final edit. It is the 8th edit. Once that is done, it will not happen immediately afterwards, but I will then format it for the big font, which is like at least 16 point, I do believe. It's either at least 14 or at least 16. It's one of the two. And then I will format that, make sure that everything lines up, send that to my iPad in PDF form as well, read that through on my Kindle app, not for editing purposes, but just to make sure that everything has laid out correctly and is formatted correctly. So, as it stands, ow, I'm going to start with The Dwindling Fire of a Detective. I have started editing it, but I'm only like a scene and a half into this chapter, but I'm getting there. I'm currently on page 110 out of 166, so I'm getting there. But I would like to have this one done before the end of the month, and I would like to have Cut to the Kill done within 2 weeks, so that way I can move on to the first edit of Man of Darkness's past tense rewrite thing. And then I will cycle back around to Ashes in the Light, which would be the 6th edit. But otherwise, I have accomplished nothing. So I'm going to jump into The Dwindling Fire of a Detective, see what I accomplish there, meet whatever goal, see what happens, and then move on to The Spectator, I think, and then potentially write a little bit in MOH, since I didn't even write 100 words in it yesterday. And then move to Cut to the Kill. I only need to edit like 3 to 4 chapters, I think, and since I really enjoy Cut to the Kill, that's not super difficult, and I'm not adding or deleting scenes. I'm just checking for punctuation, grammar, more plot issues, just to make sure everything has worked out, despite doing plot notes in edit 4, I believe. But that's the game plan, and I will actually update you guys when I have something noteworthy to update you on. So previously, I have never deleted or added any scenes in any of the Baker books since I've been re-editing, but I have finally found one that no matter what, I don't even care that I'm not making these books perfect by any means, I am deleting this scene. Oh my god. I have a thing now where anytime I watch a crime show, if the killer sits down and they bring them into the interrogation room, or the cops just find them and they're totally normal, they're having a totally normal conversation, and then all of a sudden the killer confesses to everything and explains the whole reason why he did it, it drives me insane. That being said, that is what happens in this book. The killer, oh my god. Baker is literally in the killer's house right now, and Baker says, "Why'd you do it?" And the killer goes on a 5 paragraph monologue of why they did it. And it's not, that's not okay. I have a thing now where whenever someone compares one of my books to Criminal Minds, because, like, for instance, Beau Austin is well, he's got a brain, and anytime someone reads that, they're like, oh my god, he's a copy of Reed from Criminal Minds, and it's like, no, he's not, he's just a smart person. He could also be a copy of Einstein, or whichever Sherlock Holmes show that is, or any of the other shows where one of the characters is even mildly intelligent. No, he's not. If any of my books ever read like Criminal Minds, kindly take my keyboard away. This book reads like Criminal Minds, so I think it's okay if people watch Criminal Minds if they like Criminal Minds. I just can't watch it anymore, and I haven't watched it for many, many years, and if I were ever to write a book that was written the same way as any of the crime shows. It's not just Criminal Minds. Any of the crime shows where the killer goes on a whole ass monologue about why they did it. I cannot stand that. There are so many killers in real life who we have no idea why they did it. We have no idea what drove them to it. As far as we know, they had perfect lives. They were great in school. They had no history of abuse. They had no history of being abused, stuff like that. And we have no idea why they did what they did, or why they killed those people, or why they chose those specific victims, or what their everything that they did before they killed someone. There are so many killers in existence that in real life we have no idea why they did any of that, and that is what makes it scary. We have no idea why their minds are wired that way. We have no idea why their minds work that way, and that's what I like, personally, about detective books. I like the ones where they may catch the bad guy, but the bad guy isn't going to tell them why they did it. The bad guy's not going to sit down and explain his story, because you know who still wins in their mind? The bad guy. If they don't know why, if the public doesn't know why, if no one ever gets to know why, the bad guy still believes that somewhere in his head that he has won, one way or another. And I like that, because I think human monsters are much scarier than fake monsters. I think any human being capable of something absolutely something, of being capable of something that makes them a monster, it's terrifying. And that's not allowed in this book because I wrote a monologue of why the killer did it. So I'm gonna remove that now and knock down some words off of here, and then we'll move on with this chapter. Alright, so I must have actually written more on The Spectator this morning and into the early afternoon than I thought I did, because since then I've only added like 10 extra words, so most of that is from this morning. But at this point, I've already done dishes. I'm going to go ahead and do bird chores, and then I'm going to come back and switch between this and MOH. And then once I hit a few words in both of them, I'm going to still try to hit this if I possibly can. Once I hit a few words in MOH, preferably over 100 if I possibly can, I'm going to move on to editing Cut to the Kill, and then I will update you on however many chapters and words I manage to edit there.